challenges of sales management is to have a consistent plan for success. I developed a simple template that I want to share with you. If you're interested in it, you can text me at 405-633-0980. I'd be happy to send you this template. It will help guide you through a daily plan of action that will move your team to greater success. The first thing that I want to identify in here is your reason for being. I mean, you have to have a mission for what you're doing in order for people to buy into it. If you don't have a reason for being, then people aren't really going to buy into it. They want to know what your why is. Why are you in existence? Why is your business in existence? What's your personal mission? If you can identify that and communicate that effectively, people will start buying into that. But on this template, look, here I have it. It's an interactive PDF that I want to share with you. The first thing on here is the management summary. So you need to identify a summary of what your current situation is. It could include the history of your business or your store or your dealership or whatever it is that you can identify as what the current situation is. You also want to identify what your mission is. Is your mission to sell more, or is your mission to change lives? If you have a mission that focuses more on how you can impact and change the lives of your customers, then you'll have greater success in getting buy-in from your customers to actually increase your sales and help your team be more successful. The other thing is a vision. Where are you going? What direction are you going? Do you know what your end result is if you accomplish everything that your business is designed to accomplish? Also, some of your key values. Here's something that's interesting about key values. Your values are action-based. They're demonstrated in action. For instance, integrity is a good value, but what does integrity look like? You want to identify what your values look like based on action, okay? Who your target market is. You need to identify the people that you're really trying to target. You can't take a shotgun approach and expect to hit your target. You have to identify who your target is, what their characteristics are, and what your target market is. With that, you also want to identify what your strengths are in your business. What are the strengths that your business has, the strengths your team has, the strengths you have, what contributes to the success of the business as a strength. On the flip side, you also want to identify some of the barriers that you have. Barriers are things that hold you back from greater success. It could be lack of sales staff, it could be lack of training, it could be any number of things that hold you and your team back from being more successful. If you can identify those three things, you can then move into identifying what your objectives are. Either your sales objectives, your staffing objectives, and your training objectives. All of these are part of this form. You want to have and identify what these objectives are so that you have a better idea of understanding where you're going and how to actually accomplish it. Once you have these objectives identified, you can begin developing a daily plan of action. And I want to keep it simple. There should be 5, maybe 6 things that you do every single day as a plan of action to accomplish what your objectives are. When you identify what your daily plan is, you also identify what the key results are related to that daily plan. Those key results should align with your daily plan to accomplish what your sales objectives are, your staffing objectives, and your training objectives. If you can go through and identify and fill in this form, it will help simplify every single thing you do for the day. It'll set your day up for success, it'll set your team up for success, and in turn, you'll be a much more effective sales manager. Again, if you want a copy of this, text me 405-633-0980. I'm ready to send you a copy of this and get you started on a much more successful plan.